Who can inflate and pop this balloon the fastest? Welcome to the battle of the blowers, the ultimate pump off. How many CO2 cartridges will it take? Will the electric pump run out of battery? Or will the mini pump cause irreparable muscle damage? So sit back, relax, and let's get ready to inflate those expectations as we dive into the wacky, wonderful world of bicycle pumps. Will it be the sleek and stylish mini pump? Or will the trusty CO2 cartridge reign supreme? Maybe, or just maybe, it's the dark horse. The electric mini pump will emerge victorious, leaving all others deflated. While the competition heats up, let's look at the stats of each contender. The mini pump weighing in at 59 grams with a price tag of $25. 2 CO2 cartridges with inflator weighing in at 132 grams, costing a total of $18. The electric mini pump weighing in at 96 grams with a total cost of $89. Let's get ready to rumble! So let's nerd out for a second here and investigate what is a pump anyway. There's a large chamber, small chamber. There are some O-rings in there. Obviously you pump it and the pressure has only one way to go out. Now the CO2 cartridges work a little different. You have to tighten this down, press it on the valve, and obviously you get the pressure out of this. But what is in here? Well, let's open her up and find out. Alright, but now let's look at what is actually going to be the most interesting thing is how does this thing, the little mini electric compressor, work? 3 screws that you have to take off. Then obviously you have to unscrew the valve cover, and then you should be able to push this out. And then we should be able to slide this out. Okay, there's the insides. All nice metal parts. Looks like we got 2 lithium batteries right in here. Brushless motor. Little felt pad so it doesn't give any clunking sound against the aluminum housing. This is your circuit board. Very well made. There's a little piston that pumps the air and the air comes out here. Let's see if we can turn this on while it's actually out of its housing. Let's see, press it once, press it twice. And there it goes. Very cool. You can feel the air coming out of here. The little pistons working up and down. Working hard. Very well made. Turn this off. There it is. Very well made. Super impressed with it. Yeah. Put it back together. I love the little bearings in there. Little piston. It's a little compressor. Little baby compressor. It's the coolest. Alright, let's put it back together. This goes, hold on. This is the button that goes in there. And then this goes this way. You got the 3 screws. Alright, well that was fun. Now let's talk about this CYCPLUS electric pump or little compressor. It's really well made. It's got aluminum casing. It's got an indicator light. You press it once. Different colors will tell you about the battery power. You hit it twice really fast. It turns on. And it's kind of loud, but you can feel it. And obviously, just like you saw in the test, it does a lot of air. I mean, it took me 4 cartridges to blow up or pop the balloon. And this still had plenty of power and plenty of air left. So you can do the math. It's $3 a cartridge. That was basically $12 right there down the tubes. Thank you very much. At a cost of $89, what is that? 27, 29, 29 cartridges would be $87. Yeah, eventually it'll pay for itself if you were to use cartridges. The big bonus about this guy is you can fly with this. You can bring this on the plane. It's not a big deal. CO2 cartridges you cannot bring on the plane. I'm not sure if this can take down an airplane, but you can't fly with these. You're not allowed. That and butter knife and shampoo or whatever cannot fly with this. And this can be filed now under the more you know. So that's a big advantage. If you're traveling, you want to bring your bike and put this in your seat bag, go ahead and do that. Big fan of this. I've had it for a while now. I didn't have to use it really much because I didn't have any flat tires, but let's go through the stats of this. So the whole unit basically comes in a box. You can convert this easily from Prester to Schrader. There's the kit right in there. Very easily to change that, very fast. Super clean. It does get kind of hot after a while pumping it, so they do have this really well made silicone sleeve that slides right over it, which not only is nice for the heat, but also when you put in your seat bag, you don't have any like multi-tools or any other things clinking and clonking around it. It's kind of a nice little cushioning, and you can still see the light through it. So CYCPLUS makes two larger versions of this that comes with the pressure gauge and larger batteries. And so obviously larger batteries, larger volume. But they're a little bit more money. This is the smallest, lightest one. Obviously it's much lighter than the cartridges if you think about having to carry 4 cartridges. All right, so let's do a little test here. I have a road wheel, a 728 millimeter tire. I'm going to deflate this, and they're saying that within 60 or 80 seconds you should get this inflated to about 70 psi, and that you should be able to repeat up to 3 times with one full charge. So, there you go. That's it. Turn it off. Let's have a look. If I don't lose any air. 60 psi. That's at 70. I would say close enough. I think my timer could have probably been off by 5 seconds or so. All right, so I'm going to add another 15 seconds on the clock and see where I'm at with my pressure then. Now, if there's air in the tire and you want to add more air to the tire, you can't start the compressor on the valve. You actually have to start the compressor while you're off the valve and then put it on. Otherwise it won't start up. There's just too much force to get the piston going. So you start that compressor first and then put it on. So I'll give it a 15-20 seconds more. So the biggest drain on the battery is not the volume of air, it's the pressure that takes beating on the battery. It's just getting it to higher pressure is more exhausting for the unit than volume. Okay, what do we have now? Let's see. Yeah, 69.1. Maybe they're off a little bit by the time claim of 70 to 80 seconds. Well, 80 seconds, I think that's what I'm at about. So it's pretty accurate. You're supposed to be able to repeat this 3 times with one charge. Then if you check the battery, it went from a green to a yellow now. So that means the battery's starting to deteriorate a little bit after one inflate. You should be able to do this 2 more times to about 70 psi. I'm gonna try it again. Because there's no air in it, this time I'll put it right on there and start it up. All right, this is getting really hot now. I'm gonna have to put that sleeve on now. Let's see why they made this. Okay. $50 psi. Okay. I feel like if I'm doing it one more time, I won't get to the 70 PSI. All right, let's do it again. I can slowly starting to hear die. I think the battery is just about pooped. There it is, done, pooped. I don't think this got to 70 PSI. That is 28 PSI. Not quite what they said, but you can ride this. Don't go to the highest pressure because that's what's going to kill the battery. You can easily pump this tire up 3 times at 50 PSI, but if you go in once to the 70 or higher PSI, the max 80, you're going to kill the battery with that, and you're not going to get another fill in. But 3 times filling up this tire seems to be, that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, a little bit different. I'm sure they did their testing differently than I did my testing, but this is the result I have, and I don't have a problem with it. It outdid the cartridges, which really blew my mind actually. Also inflating the 28 millimeter tire 3 times, not quite to the pressure that they were claiming, but high enough to go, you know, ride home or ride whatever. You know, if you don't go to the highest pressure, you'll get easily 3 fills out of it. So this will be my seat back from now on. I'm not sure what happens to this if it's in my bag for like 6 months or like a year and I haven't charged the battery. Will it hold the battery power? Will it hold power that long? That's one thing I don't know. I can't answer that right now. And I'm not going to wait 6 months to find out. So I think it's a good product. It makes a great gift for a cyclist, like Christmas or birthdays.